Welcome to my YouTube channel, Vastu Creations. Um, Today we're going to look at the chart of a very popular singer, songwriter, actress, Taylor Swift. If you look to the eastern horizon when she was born, you would see the constellation associated with Scorpio rising at almost 2 degrees. Any planets like Sun that are close to that 2 degree mark and Mars have a lot of impact in the chart. So we're going to look and see how the planets are operating and then when they're operating and what we can do to remedy the chart. So first, Sun is in old age. Any planet that's more than 27 degrees is said to be in old age, and it cannot protect or promote its own significations. Just like Mars is less than 5 degrees, so it's in an infant state and has the same issue. So these planets become somewhat weak. Now, Sun rules her career house, and the significations are Sun are leadership, organizational abilities. So she has a career through being a leading singer, leader in our industry. It is afflicted by a K2, so it can bring up some self-esteem issues. There's some say that she had a lot of plastic surgeries, some depression, some eating disorder. Then we have weak placement Moon is at 7 degrees. It's placed in the 8th house. So any planet in that are sitting in the 6th, 8th, or 12th can become weak. Now, Moon, when it becomes weak, can affect the mind and emotions. So she does have some depression. However, she uses this to her advantage in expressing that depression in songs where she talks about forever winter and things like that to help other people deal with their own trauma, depression. So this Moon rules good fortune. Good fortune comes through expressing her trauma, relatable trauma. Then we have weak infant state Mars, as I said. Now Mars, any Multicona sign in the 6th, 8th, or 12th, the ruler of that house becomes functional malefic. So in this case, Mars is ruling the house of healing and inner conflict, and so this gives her a lot of passion about expressing that healing through her songs, and it does afflict. Because it's 2 degrees, it's very close to the most effective point. So it afflicts the house it's in 4 houses away, and 7 houses away, and 8 houses away. So it's afflicting relationships and this 8th house of trauma. Then we have, now she is doing some philanthropy. The 6th house, it rules that 6th house, which has to do with helping other people. She's a spokesman for UNICEF, etc., many other philanthropic organizations. Then we have weak dispositor Mercury. So Mercury is in a house ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is weakly positioned in the 8th house. So Mercury can't be any stronger than the ruler or the dispositor of the planet it's sitting in, the house it's sitting in. So Mercury gives income through singing, through communication, but it has its ups and downs. And then we have weak placement of Jupiter, as I just said before, in the 8th house, ruling the house of wealth and fame, stability, and relationships. So again, this is brings some ups and downs. Now the 2nd house that it rules has to do with food and eating. She does have an eating disorder, and since Jupiter's a little bit weak, it delays um, steady relationship, delay husband and marriage, delays children. Then we have functional like Venus. Venus is, you see Libra in the 12th house, ruled by Venus. Again, any Multiconal sign in the 6th, 8th, or 12th becomes functional malefic. And Venus is not close to the most effective point, so it is fairly benign in the chart. It gives her the ability to take on different roles, to perform and be successful. And it can, when it comes in contact with another planet through aspect or conjunction, afflict that planet. So there is possibility of depression, and she does a lot of philanthropy. A 12th house has to do with service. Then we have weak dispositor Saturn. Saturn is sitting in the second house. Again, the ruler Jupiter is weak, so Saturn becomes weak. Now, Saturn is ruling the house of happiness. It gives happiness and through hard work and discipline in her situation. Rahu, Ketu are functional malefic nodes of the moon, using sidereal zodiac, not Western astrology. And these two planets are always opposite each other. Rahu is giving desire for success, and Ketu is giving spiritual upliftment. So many people feel her songs are very spiritual and that they help people heal their emotions. Let's look at the timing of events. She was born in a Rahu period. So the root of her chart is that desire for success and performing arts. Third house, performing arts. And then her family relocated to Nashville when she was very young. This is during a moon period. Moon period, big life changes. Sitting in that big house of travel and life changes. Then we have in 06, she had a debut album during a Jupiter period. Jupiter, wealth and fame, ruling that house. Then in 2010, she got a Grammy for Fearless during a Jupiter Saturn period, again indicating fame and wealth. Then in 2015, she cut her thumb by accident before a performance, and this was during a Venus period. Venus indicating some accident there. And then in 2016, she got a Grammy during a Sun period, boost in her career, Sun ruling the house of career. 2019, she got in a car accident during a Mars period, Mars indicating accidents. Then we have more recently, after 4 years, she went on tour, and due to the high demand for ticket sales, she crashed their website. This is during a Saturn period, and you can see in the circular chart to the left, natal Rahu is afflicting transit Saturn. So, there's ups and downs to happiness, and then you also see natal Mars afflicting transit Sun, so causing unexpected events to her career. You got Venus and Mercury conjunct in the first house, giving her this huge, again, it's this, Mercury is ruling the house of income, and Venus is ruling the house of losses. So a lot of people they lost their tickets. And weren't able to see her in concert due to this crashing of the Ticketmaster website. So, what could be done to strengthen the chart? Well, she's already doing a lot of charity work. This will be transforming Mars, Venus, Rahu, and Ketu. And then to strengthen the other planets that are weak, like Saturn, Mercury, Sun, Jupiter, and Moon. My favorite remedy is a kavash, a silver locket that contains the Devata yantras for those planets. If you'd like to get a reading, you can go to vastucreations.com because you can see this astrology is quite accurate. And just looking at her upcoming trances, she's going to be in a long period of Saturn trances, which should be good for happiness. And then she goes into a Mercury sub period in 25, which also should be quite good for income. We also teach Vedic astrology at vastucreations.com. Thank you for listening.